You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I'm going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello, brilliant soul. If you're drawn to listen to Practical and Woo, chances are you're someone who deeply cares. You care about how you impact others. You do what you can to avoid hurting anyone. You care about creating a life that is meaningful, one where you give back in some way. You care so much about being able to master your life so that you can show up as your best self and walk through life with certainty and assuredness that everything is going to work out. You care so much that you feel sometimes, if not often, anxious about what's going to happen. You wonder about something falling through, worry about something falling short, and feel concerned about something not being enough. Perhaps at times you feel you're not enough. You may wonder, how can I handle this? How is this going to work out? How can I find the certainty through this chaos? Equipped with an understanding of the energetic principles of reality creation, you begin to fear what you might be creating in your life. You may try to counteract these fears, pasting over them with only positive thoughts, yelling, cancel, cancel at yourself in your head. This attempt to thwart that same niggling, terrifying, intrusive thought that has been playing on loop inside of your mind for days. You may be trying to avoid, deny, dismiss your experience because that person on TikTok told you that you must think positively for any of it to work. You may be wondering, what do I do when it all feels like too much? What do I do when my external reality isn't showing me my desired outcome? How can I handle that? How do I know it's going to work? How do I know that I can do this? What do I do if I feel anxious, uncertain, or afraid? In this episode, I am going to address all of these swirling thoughts and more. And I want to offer you a perspective on how to manage them. Before I do, I want to tell you now, imagine me yelling from a rooftop. You are able to feel anxious, uncertain, and afraid, and still be a successful manifester. In fact, allowing your feelings to exist as they are with a generous application of non judgment, compassion, and acceptance is one of the best possible ways to manage such feelings. When you try to cancel, fight against, dismiss, or paste over your feelings or emotions, it's a surefire way to make those truly uncomfortable sensations yell louder within you and become even more intense. I'm suddenly getting an image in my mind of quicksand and finger traps. The more you fight against them, the more you get stuck. In the reality creation, manifestation, and law of attraction spaces, it seems there is very limited information about how to handle anxiety with intentional manifestation. There seems to be an overemphasis on the approach to manifesting when you're already feeling resourced, inspired, and ready to go. But what do you do when you're feeling in the depths of panic, despair, anxiety, and panic? How do you know that you're not completely messing up your desired outcome? The answer to these questions lies in a readjustment of the framework in which you're viewing your world. The great news is that it all starts with you and your perception, which you get to choose and for which you have complete control over through the power of your choice, through the power of free will. The meaning you make of something is exactly that, the meaning you make. This means that if something doesn't appear to be working out in your favor, and you allow yourself to believe that it's not working out in your favor, then that is the meaning you are making of this situation. What if instead you allowed yourself to make a favorable meaning of the experience you're having, thereby giving your neural pathways ample evidence to support the belief that everything is working out for you? Even better, everything always magically works out for you. I want to offer you an example, but before I do, I want to be clear. I'm not asking you to feel delusional or to avoid your reality. I'm not asking you to dismiss the tangible experiences you're having. Feel them. The difference here lies in whether you choose to react to it and feed it more energy, or to respond to it intentionally, accept it for what it is, and then choose the meaning you're desiring to make about it. Imagine you got into a really bad fight with your significant other. At face value, you might think, well, this fight is very much against my desires, and so I somehow messed up manifesting and it's never going to work out. This thought is the meaning you made of the situation. You could instead allow yourself to think and make the meaning, I know I am a powerful creator of my experience and that everything always works out for me, even if I can't see it right away. This fight with my significant other is providing a means to grow closer and to deepen our communication. Everything we experience in our lives together strengthens our bond and brings us closer to each other. I invite you to feel into the difference of perspective here. Both meanings are a result of the same scenario, the same triggering event, and yet the outcome of self in relationship to the experience is different. The outcome of self is within your complete control based upon the meaning that you choose to make. What about this example? Let's say you are suddenly and unexpectedly fired from your job. You have infinite choices of the meaning you can make here. And for the purposes of this example, I'm going to offer two. You can say, on one hand, I was fired again, and this just proves to me that I'm not good at this, that I'm not smart enough, and that I'm a failure. Or you can say, as the operant power of my reality, I know that everything is working out for me and always magically works out for me. I am so excited to see what other aligned work I can find. I am excited to be on this adventure in my creative power. Again, both meanings arose from the same experience of life. One is reacting to it and one is responding to it. There is so much power inherent in the meaning you make. And you're the one who gets to make the meaning of your life. And so you hold the power of how you experience it and how it transpires. An important aspect of this that I'd like to address is that you are going to have feelings come up in response to events because you're a brilliant soul having a human experience, and that's just part of it. So I can acknowledge that much of what I'm expressing here will feel easier said than done. But boy, oh boy, if you can invite yourself into the realm of intentional meaning making and give yourself the faith to dive into the possibility of how it might unfold for you. There are blissful experiences that await you on the other side of that leap of faith. In the meantime, I want to offer you insight on what you can do with the uncomfortable feelings. This topic is nuanced and multifaceted and will definitely be the subject of many more episodes to come. And so, also, by the way, if you have any particular questions or curiosities, I am always looking for that feedback in order to curate and cater for you the most potent and applicable information. And for the purposes of this episode, I don't want to leave you in wonderment on how to begin the process of emotional management here. So I'm going to offer that to manage your uncomfy emotions, feelings, and sensations, the most powerful thing I've discovered that you can do is to permit them to exist with the knowing that they are temporary and will pass, with the knowing that the desired outcome that you're holding in your mind's eye is the anchor, your happily ever after, with the knowing that you are in the driver's seat, that you are capable, strong, resilient, and powerful. If you need help brainstorming a more specific plan of action, I am always happy to help. And I am only one email, one DM, one PM, one phone call, one carrier pigeon away from offering you any guidance you might need. Keep being powerful, brilliant soul. Until next time.